Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the Road Builder YouTube channel. Today we're continuing a series we haven't done in a long time, but it's rebuilding my favorite game that I have made, okay? And this is going to be Slingshot Simulator. The name may change, it probably will, because, you know, publicizing things or making them known to the vast majority of people, a lot of people like to yoink the names, alright? So the name will probably be changed, but the idea is pretty much here, okay? So we have our spawn map done, other than adding eggs, portals, anything else you may need. We have our cave map done, which is right over here. The portal will be like in this section, and you'll walk out into this cave. I may or may not add something. The roof is a bit flat. Other than that, I do like the cave. But up next, we have a winter zone to build, okay? Now, this looks white, but it is like a little bit of a blue. It's like a white blue because I didn't want to go just plain white. I might even boost that blue just a tiny bit so it's a little more blue. Something like that, just because white be harsh on the eyes, okay? There's a reason we love dark mode. But first things first, I'm going to go ahead and need to build the borders real quick. And also, there's a lot of people very confused on why I keep doing videos about making slingshots. This is why. A couple people put two and two together, but a lot of you didn't. So the slingshots will be the tools for the game that I'm building, and yeah, that's about it. So here we go. Ah, man. Should we go enclosed? No, this is a cave. I also want to try to figure out a way to connect all the maps together, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not at some point, but I'm going to go for it. Now, I'm just debating. Do I want to go a flat map or something like this and have an icy pond in it? I'm not sure, but that'll all be stuff to figure out. First things first, let's make a border. Alright guys, the border themselves are done, and we do have two asset packs in this game that I completely forgot. We have Exodus's Nature Pack and Icy Dev's Asset Pack. I mean, there's a bunch of different stuff in here that's available to use. And I believe Azillo had a pack as well that we had, but we never used in here, so I deleted it, I think. But we might pull that back in. Here it is, guys. Azillo's Asset Pack. I only brought this in for one thing. Also, there you go. Is this a plug? I don't know. I was looking for a little plug for them, but it's all good. Since we're using asset packs anyways already in this build, let's go ahead and grab this snow hill. I think that's going to help us break up quite a bit of stuff over there. We'll put that over there. And we're going to need some snow trees as well. And it looks like we've already got some nice ones here. So I'm going to use... Which ones look the best? I like this guy a little bit. This tall guy. I'm going for 3 different trees here, guys. This guy. And should we use this tall guy? No, I don't really like those ones. They're really bowed out, kind of weird. So CV, get these over there as well so we can start filling it up. And then I believe we're going to need some rocks as well from this asset pack. These guys, I probably should duplicate those. CV, boom, bring them on over and put them over here. Okay, so now we have our rocks. We have our trees. Let me find the other one that's in my borders somewhere. Oh, yikes. There we go. Found it. All right, we got rocks, trees, and then there was that one other thing, the snow hill that I brought over here. Where did that guy go? It's gone. All right, so let's see what it was called. Snow patch. All right, so here it is. Boom. And all right, it's just on the outside of this, on the other side that I thought it was. There we go. We have everything we need to start decorating this zone. I think I'm going to start with these rocks. Definitely need to tone them down a bit because they're a bit dark for this zone right here. So I think what I'll do is just grab this and bump it up. There we go. That looks pretty good. I do want them a little bit darker than the border itself, just to kind of, you know, symbolize what they are, I guess, and the separation there. This can be a little bit bigger as well because we do want, like, snowy hills. It'll help make our terrain look a lot less flat. This, we're going to make a massive hill on one side like this, kind of just able to go out of the map almost, but not quite. And let's make sure that that is all in the ground as well. Nice, and push it back a little bit as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead, spread these assets around, figure out what exactly I'm going to do. I should probably make paths before I make the make all the assets go where they need to go. So I guess I'll go ahead and make some paths real quick. And every time I have a video, people are like, how do you make the paths? I don't get it. Bro, guys, it's not that bad. So let me just put this on 0.5. Boom. Scale this out. I don't have a dummy with me right now, but this looks like it's about the right size. I'll bring in another one. Not too hard. Whoa, what is this? Okay, yeah, we're not using that. That was very complex. I would rather just block rig this man. Boom. Yeah, see, this would have been way too big. So let's go in a little bit. Something like this. It's a nice path size. And then not this long either. So something like that. Now, I'll go ahead, put these paths around, and Mr. Dummy Man, you could go over there somewhere. Now, I need to think of how I want this level to play out, because in the cave, there's not paths, but there's not really anything in each zone besides the targets that you'll be shooting. There will probably be an egg, and I don't know if there's going to be a shop in each zone or just the one at spawn, but if it is only the one at spawn, I'll have a UI button that lets you go back to spawn. So let me go ahead and figure this out. We'll be right back. Alright guys, paths are done. Let's go ahead and select our first and last part, because these are the only parts we should have in the workspace, because we're staying pretty organized. Now, alright, I lied. This is not the only parts. Gosh, what do we have way over here? Is it just this? It is too far to click on it. Oh gosh, I'm on the way. This is probably locked with my luck. It's locked. Oh my gosh. Now, we only have these. There we go. For the color of these paths, I think I'm going to go like really, really light gray. Ghost gray to be exact. And I think that gives a good dynamic for this. I'm going to put the portal up here so like you're walking down this snow patch when you get into the map. Now, I'm going to put more snow patches around. I did put some rocks around. I need to add some terrain throughout this as well, just these border terrains, and see how that goes. But I'm trying to check in every single time with you guys. Also, the tree snow needs to match this snow, or else the zone overall is going to look a bit off. So we're going to grab all these that are pearl and change those to our pastel light blue. Now this blue might be a little too blue, but we can always switch it later on if we need to. All right, guys, we just filled in the map, added some terrain pieces. It's really starting to fill up, and it's looking pretty good. Now, we're going to go ahead and paste these trees around, which are a bit too small, so I'm going to just grab all of them and scale them up a little bit. And then we're going to use the brush tool to get a very, very random approach, because we don't want all of them to be the same, or the same size, rotation, variation, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead, click to start brush tool, get all this grass unselected because that's not what we're using anymore. Grab all this, and guys, if you want a more in-depth video on this brush tool, I do have a video on that. So scale, we're not going to quite want them 2 times this size. We could go 1.2, like just a little bit bigger, and we're probably not going to want wobble, or we'll take a little bit. It's already set to the least it can be. So activate brush, and you could change a lot in this brush. Right here you could see the radius. So we need a bigger spacing between trees. Is that just one? All right, there we go. So this would be like 1 to 2 trees. It'll be very odd if we get 2 trees. I'll say it like that. So for the most part, like right there we got 2. But for the most part, it'll just be 1 tree. I could paste some on the tops of these, some around here. Now, I don't want to do too many. It's not like a snow forest or anything. It's just to kind of fill in the zone a bit more. So I think that will definitely work for now. Let's go ahead and deactivate the brush. We could close this. And then the ones where it spawned in 2 trees and stuff like this, we'll have to go through and fix it just a little bit. So sink this down. And since it's a little coming out of the ground, we'll just sink it down a little bit. That's what wobble does. It'll kind of topple it, make it a little turny. So some of them will come out of the ground a little bit, but you just sink them down, and then you have that kind of sideways tree. Plus, I don't like how those are both going the same way. Just gonna have this one go like straight, and then that one can go the other way, and I'll keep that a little bit to its side. There we go. Same with these guys. They're just going the same way, and it looks a little too repetitive, but having them go the exact opposite ways would not look that good. So I'll have one straight, one kind of curved, and that's looking pretty good. Now all of these that have the wobble, we're gonna have to just sink them into the ground a little bit to get rid of all that nonsense. Boom. And guys, check it out. This zone, now the zone's not done because I have like props that I still need to do, like portals and the targets and all that stuff. But for now, zone is done, guys. That is gonna wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.